Hello, this is Helmzoo. I'm Morgan,
And I'm Mom.
and this is day 3 of Philmont. So we started in Indian Ridings, and we made our hike through Hart Peak, and then we went through Poneal, and then up to Dean Skyline is where we finished. Yeah, we had an early breakfast, but we didn't really get a place to sit, so we just kind of sat on the dirt. So our first activity for this day was throwing Atlatls, which is like a really old way of throwing bow and arrow. We were awful at it, as you can see Connor and I there just completely failing. And that was probably some of the best that we got out of it.
It's harder than it looks, right?
Yeah, it's really hard. It's basically a way of launching an arrow using a stick. It was kind of weird. It's extending your arm so that way you can throw the stick harder and faster. And Connor and I switched there because the one that I was holding is for professionals, and then the one that Connor had but now I have is for beginners. And I was pretty bad. Connor got good eventually, but we never really hit any of the targets. It's like 3 of us hit something.
Victory shot.
That hammer is rigged, Connor. What? The hammer is rigged. Professional.
Yes, our crew was horrible, but thankfully we have these 3 heroes that helped our crew achieve at least something.
So we're climbing up Hart Mountain this morning. That's our camp down there.
Yeah, Wants to stand on that rock.
That's what we climbed. Are you supposed to? We're near the top of the ridge.
feel my chest like feel strained. You know what I'm saying?
Then once we made it to the top of Hard Mountain, Ranger Will gave us an inspirational speech on what nature is all about and why Philmont is so special.
Colorado Mountains. That's Baldy, which the crew will summit on day 7. There they are. Keep going. Videotaping this precarious point. You're like a goat, Will. We're coming into Paw Neal Camp for lunch. Lots of food and root beer. Heart Peak. Yep, did that. Love these boulders.
Then we made our way into the tavern where we could regain our sanity with a couple sips of root beer. During Philmont, we learned that it is very important that you wear a hat that can completely cover your head and ears, because one of our scouts, Josh, got a second-degree burn on both of his ears. And the place that we were camping at, Dean Skyline, did not have any fresh water, so we had to have water boys carry up a bunch of gallons of water just so we could survive.
So they suggested that we would cook dinner for lunch at Paw Neal, so that's what we did. We had this huge dinner, and then we had a hike 1,000 feet up to Dean Skyline, which we nearly all of us puked because that was a very hard hike. So don't ever cook dinner for lunch before a huge hike.
Trail ahead of us. And the view we have climbing up this ridge. Very tough ridge. I hear them coming. There they
are. So luckily, we had plenty of opportunities to stop and rest after a huge meal of rice. And so we took these opportunities to play with a hacky sack.
No, wait.
Which way is it going, Morg?
You start the Connor. And then I get from Connor. And I get to Drew. No, you flipped Morgan. No, this is good how we're doing. And you give to Morgan. When do I get it? Oh,
Wait, no. Give it back. Give it back. Let Morgan this the wrong way.
There we go.
I took this wonderful opportunity to air out my stinky feet. So one of our scouts, Tyler, had this quest that he wanted to accomplish at Philmont. And this quest was finding the horny lizard, which he found finally, and he was very proud of it.
I feel refreshed after this view.
Getting to Dean Skyline, walking the ridge. Woo! Woo! This is Dean Skyview Campground we're entering. And it was a haul to get up here. Let me tell you, that's some of the view. It's pretty up here. Oh, I knew it.
Every campsite we came to, we opened up all of our bags and laid out all the food so we could keep count of what we had.
So we are at Dean's Skyline campsite, visiting the Red Roof Inn. Our campsite's further up the road. Check out this view. I think that's the tooth up there, but Connors doesn't think